I think it's still evolving. I think something I've noticed is a lot of the very vocal, specifically on social media, the very social media vocal members of the fan base that do pay attention to things are encouraging a lot of other fans to watch the press conferences and not just listen to media. Because I mean, there is some of that in this market, where there is some of like, pick and choosing quotes and trying to frame things a specific way based on what a coach says. Well, no, but if you listen to the entire context of the quote, like for example, this week, I think there's been a lot of running away from various people with what Butler said about the flow of the game and him personally, what he did after the 71-yard run. I think we forget that as much as these are developing players too, these are developing coaches as well. And I thought that was a moment of transparency from Butler, and that's not something to be concerned about. It's okay, well, it's good to know that the guy that has NFL experience and has coordinated at a high level and does for the most part know what he's talking about does still have moments where he can learn and is recognizing those moments and learning from them. A guy with Butler's experience could easily have been like, well, it's on the players to execute. It's on that. No, he owned up in that moment and said, well, I coached the game different. And I think that should be something that generally encourages people more than discourages people. But I've seen people take that and use that as something that, for whatever reason, they are now concerned with this defense moving forward. And again, like I think there are issues with this defense. I think there are things they need, but they are working within the personnel. And again, like you guys said yesterday, for the most part, they are genuinely scheming things up well. It's guys have to make plays. Like when you can count on a defense having some younger guys making mistakes. But when the veterans are also making mistakes, there's not one thing you can point to. You can't say, well, this guy's not executing, this guy's executing, we have to get this guy up. Well, if they have veterans and like it just at some point, like you guys talked about yesterday, and why it can be very frustrating for coaches and people trying to explain this to people is at the end of the day, it is just guys have to make plays. Like that's just what it kind of comes down to.